2-0 sessions. What can you say about coming back and battling back this evening from that?
Well, so Aiden's qualified, and who else did you say?
MJ.
MJ. Okay, well, good. See, I got to learn something. I don't study those numbers a lot. We just go out and try to get our hand raised as much as possible, and generally that takes care of things. So, but no, I thought those guys, it's no secret. We're dinged up bad at 74, so he's hanging in there. He's hanging in there and getting wins. Some of them are a little bit maybe ugly, and he's limited a little bit in his mobility, but he's doing a good job. He's top 6 right now. We're going somewhere between 3rd and 6th. Aiden, he keeps getting a little bit better all the time, so I'm excited for him. I don't think 2 months ago a lot of people thought Aiden Riggins was going to the NCAA tournament, but he's still going forward. So good for those guys. And then of course Panero in the finals again. That's the bright spots. Tough day for Evan Frost. He's had a lot of really good days, but a tough day for him. He's a trooper, and I think he'll learn from this, and we can take away a lot from this to help him go forward. He's not going to be probably the most excited guy to cut a bunch of weight tonight and get up and weigh in the morning, but that's part of the toughness of this sport. So, like I said, Nate Schoen, I really thought he wrestled hard. Daniel Herrera had a pretty good day overall. I guess that's a little bit of the rundown.
Did you see a different mindset in Panero this evening compared to this morning?
Yeah, I think he opened it up a little bit today. It's no secret if that guy can get a little orneriness to him and just want to go out and beat guys really bad, he'd like the results even more. There's times when you have to be a savage and you just got to put guys away, and you have to have that mentality for the whole time, and that's hard for him to generate sometimes. But when he generates it, he can. You got to separate yourself at this level, because you can't go into the NCAA tournament and be in an overtime the first round and the second round and the third round. You're not going to win all of those. So you have to figure out as a wrestler how to separate yourself, and so that's the challenge with him.
Looking at just the overall day, what are the biggest things you've learned about your team?
Well, I hope I learned that they're pretty tough tomorrow morning, because the second day is always the hardest day. I thought we competed hard in a lot of places. And so, we talk about that all the time. You can always get better at wrestling. So, I guess I'll have to, before I can give a real true assessment, I'll have to look at the sports page on Monday morning and see how tomorrow ends up, and then I can give you a better feel.
So why do you say tomorrow's the hardest day?
Well, anytime you get to the second day and the third day of national level tournaments are always the hardest day, because you're gonna be stiff and sore, and some guys might be more than stiff and sore. There might be tears and stretches and sprains, and you have to figure out how to get it done. At this particular juncture, nobody's going to feel sorry for you because you walk out there with your ankle taped or your knee taped, and you got a torn labrum or a torn MCL. They're not going to feel sorry for you, so you got to figure it out.
Going back to Herrera's match, picking down for the third period, he lost the match, but how did you see him handle being in that position?
Not very well. He didn't get out. You got to get out, and that's that's one of his chinks as a true freshman, and that's a chink for freshmen. He does a great job, but he's gonna have to spend a lot of time this summer on the bottom if he wants to really elevate himself to an elite guy. So I'm coaching him. I'm not criticizing him. I'm coaching him right now that you got to get away, and we got an experienced, big, strong guy in Colton Schultz, and we rolled the dice, like, can he get away or can't? It wasn't like we put him down thinking, oh yeah, he's getting away. It was a test, we wrestled him last time, and we had a stalling point against us. We were in the same situation, so we had to do something.
Going back to this morning, do you have anything to say about kind of what was going on with the disqualification and the weight situation this morning?
Just disappointed in, nobody wants anybody to sit out, but, if this was the NCAA tournament, there would have been 2 or 3 wrestlers that would not have wrestled, because the NCAA wouldn't have put up with the hooey that went on this morning. All right, so there's policies and there's procedures that you follow. So I hope all those guys learn, because they got a freebie today. Because if they pull that in Philadelphia, they'll be watching. They will definitely be watching. But just the fact that they were eliminated and then they were put back in, I could go on and on. I'm not going to say what I think really happened, but there was some shenanigans pulled in the back room. So
were the coaches told that they were disqualified, and then it was reversed?
We weren't told anything all day long. All right, nothing about what was going on, the communication, nothing.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.